Hello, my name is Terry Nather. I'd like to explain to you about how we deal with our water in our house. My wife and I live in this house, 750 square feet, bungalow, and from time to time we have our children visit and the grandchildren and so on like that. Over here what we've got is a water treatment system. It looks fairly complicated and it hasn't been tidied up, but then again it's okay. So the water in the house comes in and we put it through a charcoal filter, which is a whole house filter. It removes most of the chemicals, chlorine, fluoride, and so on like that. Now what we do is we take that water and we have this system here. This is called an ozonation system. It uses ozone as the disinfection. The primary disinfection is the ozone system, and it's controlled by a flow switch. So when the flow switch gets a signal that the water is running, when the water's running, the flow switch will detect the signal, and then once it detects the signal, it will kick on, and here in a moment you'll hear a bunch of noise. And what you're hearing is a pump running, and the ozone system kicks on and generates ozone. And in fact, the ozone system goes. Now we've had the ozone system started, so now the system is active, and it will keep on going till the flow switch requires no more ozone. So in a moment that will turn off. So what's happening here is we have an ozone generator and an oxygen preparer, and then the ozone air is generated and is induced into the water through an injection point, and it will fill up this contact tank with ozonated, disinfected, treated water. So that is now a disinfectant in the water that we use to wash our grapes, wash our clothes, wash our bodies, of course. But it's the water we drink, and it's wonderful water. It's full of oxygen, and we'll show you that later on when we take some out of the tap. At this point, once the water is ozonated, I'm going to turn this off. You have control of it. Once the water is ozonated, then we take it and send it through a bed of crystals, and then after that we send it through an electronic water softener. So from a point of view of we treat the water so that it's wonderfully safe and good to drink, and good to use, but we choose not to have any chemicals in this process, like a salt softener or some other disposable cartridges or so on like that. So that's a permanent solution for all the water that we use. This system's been here now, probably somewhere in the region of 8, 9, 10, 12 years, and it's just the same as it's been, other than a modification or two. And there's nothing more to change. There's very little maintenance on this system. So that's a water treatment system. You can use ozone for washing your clothes. It's recommended and supported, and there's even incentives from the Union Gas people for nursing homes and hotels and so on like that to use ozonation or ozone treated water for washing, because you're not adding chemicals, therefore you're not using waste products, and you avoid all those issues, and the product that comes out is preferred. It's better. It's a higher disinfection level than anything else, including bleach. So we'll have a look at the sample of the water at the tap and show you what ozone water looks like when it's ready. To have a glass of water here that you can see the effect of the treatment from downstairs in the basement. So I'm going to take a drink of water there. Now I'd like to invite you to actually see the water. It's milky because that's full of actual ozone, activated oxygen and oxygen. It's actually clearing up. If you put your ear to it, you can hear it crackling, and that's the ozone and the oxygen in the water. And then when you drink it, almost better than Irish whiskey. But it's wonderful. We enjoy this water. It's the water we mix with all our foods, our coffee, soups, boiling, whatever we're using, and it's of course the water we drink. It disinfects everything you use. So when I get a handful of grapes and I can rinse them under here and disinfect my hands, disinfect the grapes, and there's nothing else except the water and the ozone in the water. When I'm cleaning the vegetables from the garden, there's no bacteria involved in it anymore because it's 100% safe.